Welcome to your eternal damnation, where you can forevermore rest in peace. It's the Podcast Wrestling Extra on the Podcast Wrestling Society. I'm your loving leader, benevolent host, Midwest Monster, and the Lord of Darkness, Troy Adams. And watching along Mystery Science Theater style with me today, he is the conscience of the podcast world. He is the Dennis Knight to my Mark Canterbury. Everyone, stand up and give your praise to Greg. What up, Greg?
What up? I'm Naked Median, yes.
Yeah, I knew you'd pop for that one because you're a freaking weirdo.
Hey, Naked Median is a legend, all right?
Oh my gosh! What's your definition of legend?
You know.
He came out to the. Yeah, I can see his Hall of Fame package now. Like he'd literally have He'd literally have a Hall of Fame package, and everyone could see it. He would come out to the ring and shake his junk and then run away.
Everybody can see it.
Wow. Beyond the fanny pack. All right, well...
Oh my God, that's going to be a documentary.
We're just getting all the Naked Midian BS out at the beginning of the podcast here. Well, I want to thank you all for joining us today on this Podcast Wrestling Extra, bringing you some watch-along content. We promised you something special this Friday. It is actually a double feature of Wrestle Crap from the WWE, baby. Both of them...
It is crap.
Oh, yeah. Both of them were WrestleMania matches and only 2 years apart. This first one, both of these ones, this one you picked off of a list, bro, of terrible matches that I sent you. The second one, you came up with it and said, I want to watch this match just because we like watching crap and laughing at it.
For two reasons. Number one, I haven't seen it in years. And number two, I've been listening to Bruce Pritchard's podcast on your suggestion. It's amazing,
right.
By the way. And he actually praised that match. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I shouldn't say praised it, but he liked it. He didn't think it was bad. He thought the concept was good, and it played out well, and yeah.
Without the stipulation, that match on paper is like, wow, those two guys are great. But with the stipulation, you're like, man, what the hell? The first match...
who booked the scrap question comes into mind.
Oh, yeah. The first match is one of my favorite wrestlers versus The Undertaker. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just...
Wow.
Not to speak
He's
ill.
Not kidding, folks.
Not to speak ill of the dead, but it is The Undertaker versus Giant Gonzales. Yeah! From WrestleMania 9. Woo! You can find this on the WWE Network. You can watch along with us. It's going to be fun. It's going to be good. But this one here, you can watch along with us. We are starting at 2 hours and 8 minutes exactly. So you want to queue up your WWE Network. I will give you time here if you need to pause the podcast. Do so. But like I said, we are at 2 hours, 8 minutes exactly. I will do the countdown. Greg and I will hit play at the appropriate time, and you hit play with us. You can watch along as Greg and I laugh at this. Just
who's going to laugh at this? I mean, come on.
I know, right? It's Giant Gonzales. I'm laughing without even, before the match even starts.
I'm laughing at the picture that's paused my TV.
Yeah. Paul Bearer's about to step out of the ring. Gonzalez is warming up over in the corner. Oh, my gosh. And that referee looks like he literally is made of glass.
Let's start it, and then we'll talk about the rest.
Oh, yeah. Well, if everybody has their network queued up on whatever machine you happen to be using, Greg is using the devilish PlayStation 4. I'm
going to hell.
Yeah, Sony is the devil. You got to use an Xbox, bro. Got to get with the times, bro. Anyway, but yeah, he's using the PlayStation. I'm using Internet Explorer because for some reason the network doesn't like to work on Chrome. So yeah. But anyway, so. Let's do a countdown here, Greg. You ready?
Go.
All right. Let's count down. 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, man, that epic pose. The referee, by the way, I believe that's Bill Alfonso.
Fonzie! Oh, man.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
That's Fonzie, Daddy!
Where's his whistle?
Where's my whistle?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that. I like the security is wearing, like, Caesar's Palace t-shirts, by the way.
Yeah, that was a nice touch.
They almost look like fans. Uh-oh, the dreaded no-sell.
Right off the bat, we got to acknowledge Giant Gonzales' epic mullet, by the way. I mean, we can't not mention that.
Hey, man, if you're going to have a mullet, well...
You better be 8 feet tall.
Yeah, right? So that nobody can talk crap. Taker's firing up on him.
Also, let's give some credit to the greatest announcer in history. He's really into this match.
Yeah, well... Keep in mind, this was Jim Ross's first match, or not first match, but first show in the WWF after coming over from WCW. This. Whoa, did you see a fight going on in the crowd? Look.
No.
Right over a Giant's shoulder, there's like a dude in a suit. Look at him. Like the first tier. Yeah, him and some fans were shoving him, whatever.
And then he knew this match was going to suck.
Yeah. What's up with all the white baseball caps, by the way? Like,
I think those were given out to everybody.
Weird. Is it weird that I'm looking at the crowd more than I am this match right now, by the way?
No. I mean, it would be if we were watching this live and you've never seen it before, but...
Yeah.
Given that we know how this plays out, yeah.
Well, actually, fun fact, I've never seen this match in full length. So this is the first for me.
Treat.
Yeah, right. I just love the epic selling by Giant Gonzales.
He's huge, by the way. My God.
Oh yeah.
The rope comes up to his freaking waist.
I know. That's just crazy.
Well, he was a basketball player. God,
yeah.
I would love to have him.
Right? It's like Yao Ming style, but bigger. Like,
I can't believe he's wrestling naked. What the hell?
Yeah, I was going to say, whose brilliant idea was that bodysuit, by the way? You know what? We should make him look like he's wrestling naked. Hey!
And put a patch of fur right there.
Right. I like how like we were talking about Ramon, like when you brought up Naked Midian, or he did, I guess. And he was like, you ever think like maybe Vince McMahon shopped that gimmick around a while before he landed on Dennis Knight?
Naked Gonzales. Oh my God.
That he basically is. Look at him. He should be wearing a fanny pack right now.
Why? Show it all, baby. Let it hang.
Because he might like legit hurt the Undertaker if he hits him with it.
That's true. When you look at the size of his shoes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming. I don't know for sure. But look at that butt crack. Like, look.
It's a safe assumption.
They legit put a butt crack on the suit. They just went all out with it.
I love the Undertaker's red glove book, by the way. So it's one of my favorites.
Oh, mine was actually the purple, but yeah, I do like the gray. I
just loved it when he brought it back to WrestleMania 13 for one night.
Yeah, that was cool. Well, it's weird because at first, when he first debuted, he was wearing the gray spats and black gloves, and then he switched them to gray to match the spats, I guess. I don't think the black gloves hung around for very long, but I actually have a figure of him in the gray spats with the black gloves.
Probably a rare one.
My favorite look of his of all time, besides the purple, is his the look he had for the majority of the Attitude Era with kind of the one, if you're thinking like most of '98.
Yeah, that was a great one.
I always loved that, the fingerless gloves.
Wow, that was ugly.
Yeah, he like moved half a foot to the side. Yeah, he like barely touched him. And is it just me, or do those rope? What was he doing there? It looked like he was trying to chop his back. And that was an ugly ass back chop. Somewhere Ric Flair's crying. I mean, that's,
There's the epic pose again.
Yeah. The Zeus pose. And by the way, I said somewhere Ric Flair is crying.
Damn.
That's a safe assumption that Flair's crying. It's not, not because of those chops, just because of who he is.
He literally just left WWE too, like 2 months before this.
Oh, lucky him. Even the flippin' cameramen had to wear those stupid-ass togas.
Yep.
By the way, is it just me or do the ropes look super loose?
They look a lot flimsy, but you're dealing with 200-300-pound guys here, so who knows?
Yeah, but when Taker flopped through them, it looked like they were about ready to snap. They were so loose. Can't hate on that headbutt. That wasn't bad.
Well, clearly they weren't trying in this WrestleMania.
Oh, he sat up. It's about to get real. See the one Hulkamaniac kid in the crowd right now? Just one.
He's gonna go ape crap later.
Yeah. He's like, I don't even know if he's gonna be here tonight. That was a bad punch. A rare bad punch by the Taker. I mean, in his defense, he's probably trying to not haul off on Gonzalez here.
He slapped his chin. What the hell's he doing?
I don't know. Punched him right in his fake abs. You better back off, Fonzie. Uh-oh. Harvey Whippleman! Harvey Whippleman! Oh, and then he headbutts Paul Bearer. What?
Down goes Bear!
You son of a... Wow. How dare you? Oh, he's got ether! He's got ether! We can smell it from here! Fonzie's like... Fonzie, why haven't you called for the bell? He's clearly got a rag in his face.
Maybe he just used his hand, I don't know.
He's clearly got a rag in his face, like, giving him the claw. And now he's counting it. Like, if you don't release that illegal object from his face, I'm gonna disqualify you. Like, that should have just been automatic.
I love how, like, an 8-foot guy, well, allegedly 8 feet, has to use ether to put down another man.
Well, I mean, I will say that is very, I mean, it makes the Undertaker look, stronger, but at the same time, like, yeah. So just remember that, folks. They never show that on the highlight reel. The Undertaker won his WrestleMania 9 match via disqualification from Giant Gonzales using ether.
No, the highlight reel is what we're going to see here in a minute. He comes back out, like rolling his eyes, coming after Giant Gonzales.
Yeah.
That's what they show on the highlight reel.
Dude, like, flipping everybody wore, except for the referees, wore those stupid-ass togas.
Well, yeah,
like,
but
look
the
at that guy.
referees, they wouldn't have those epic bow ties, so...
Yeah. What is that, like the ring doctor? Or the ring producer or whatever? And how did that guy get out of wearing the bow tie?
I don't know who that guy is, but I used to always see him when I was a kid. He always ran out and broke up fights, so he's an agent or something.
The guy in the toga?
Yeah.
You know who he looks like?
I remember when I was a kid, he ran out and stopped every fight ever.
You know who he looks like is Jeff, or not Jeff Bridges. I can't think of his name. From Dumb and Dumber. Lloyd or...
Oh, yeah. Jeff Daniels.
Yeah, Jeff Daniels.
Oh, another epic mullet!
Oh, my gosh. What year was it? 93. Man, the mullet was hot in 93, man.
Hella business and partying.
Well, you got to speak up when you talk to him because they can't hear you over all that party in the back. Oh, man.
Not Fonzie, Daddy!
Fonzie's going to get it! Fonzie's going to eat crap! Oh, God! Worst chokeslam in history! Man.
That was worse seeing with Scott Hall.
Like, legit, he's about, 7'3", probably, realistically. Why is his chokeslam so flippin' ugly?
Because he goes down to his knee before he lifts him up.
Wow.
Still better than Scott Hall's. Remember his? It was like a chokeslam / rock bottom.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Kind of thing. I don't know what the hell that was.
So Taker's being stretchered out. I recognize that the dude with the mullet. I recognize him now. He's a referee.
Yeah, he's a referee. I just don't know his name.
Yeah, I think I knew it at one point, and I just completely forgot it.
Yeah, he's not important to remember. And the fans are chanting for Hogan.
Wow. Why? Rot in peace. What the hell?
See, there's the highlight reel shot.
He's coming back out. Gonzalez is like, I don't know what's going on. Not that he ever knows what's going on. Why is Paul Bearer like, no, come back. Don't do it.
He is not human.
Well, of course not. Just look at it. Oh, kicked him in the junk.
This is the best part of the entire match, by the way.
That's sad. Look at that selling, that epic selling. And what the hell was that? A basic back bump, dude. That's all you had to do. And look at Taker's like... Taker looks like he's going after him in frustration. He's like, you
he's
stupid...
like legit mad, too.
You big, stupid SOB. Get out of my ring. You get back in here,
like,
I will kill you.
What am I doing? What happened?
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here. Next match.
Like, the cops are like, get out, please. Just, yes, escort him the hell out,
Even they're
please.
ticked, too, because they're fans. I got volunteered to watch this crap.
They look... Oh, my gosh. I'm not afraid of your beef.
Thank God he wasn't anything yet.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, Gonzalez is standing there. Screw you, I'm not afraid of your beefed-up stormtroopers. And there's the famous Taker pose in the center of the ring.
But they missed.
Kevin Dunn. By the way, somebody recut...
Creepy seeing without all those tattoos. Like, who the hell is that guy?
Yeah, I know, it's weird. You know, when he showed up with all those tattoos, Bruce Pritchard said he told him, he was like, you might be making a huge mistake. He's like, what if this doesn't work out for you?
Yeah, right.
Oh, man. Well, that was... What the hell?
Oh, that was bad.
Yeah, that was, something.
I hadn't watched that in years. I don't remember why it sucked so bad.
That epic selling, though, dude.
Oh God, I might fall. Oh.
This is, well, this is a match that you suggested, Greg. Thanks a lot. Now, when,
yeah, no problem, man. I try.
On paper, like I said, this match looks like, maybe not so bad, but then you hear the stipulation, you're like, maybe bad. It's Jake the Snake Roberts versus the model, Rick Martel, in a blindfold match from WrestleMania 7. Woo! This was the match that Bruce Pritchard apparently defended.
It wasn't so bad. It's a lot of unfair heat.
Well, Bruce Pritchard did say in his most recent podcast, he said Rick Martel was one of, like, the best wrestlers in the world. I mean... Can you agree with that or no? I mean, I don't know much.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you watched him wrestle, yeah. It was amazing.
I never really watched much of Rick Martel's stuff. He was kind of before my time as a wrestling fan, so.
I don't think I appreciate him as a kid because he was always a heel.
Yeah. Not as the, not part of the Can-Am Express. Wasn't he a face?
Yeah, I actually have no real memories of that part.
Wasn't it him and Tom Zank?
Yeah.
The Z-Man.
That's the second reference we got to them in the past couple of podcasts.
He's the guy, man. Flippin' Tony Schiavone has a weird obsession with him, like, on a physical level, but that's beside the point. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to watch along with us, queue up your WWE Network. It is WrestleMania 7 at 59 minutes exactly. So, queue it up. And get ready for the majesty of Jake the Snake Roberts versus the model Rick Martel. And Remind us, Greg, wait, the blindfold, was this because he, Martel blinded Jake with arrogance?
Yeah, oddly enough, on the Brother Love show.
Yeah.
There was a interview with Jake, and then Martel came out, and he was spraying arrogance on Damien, and
Wow.
Jake shoot him off, and he did it again, and then they got into a scuffle, and then he like sprayed in his eye, and they did a whole thing where Jake was blind in one eye, and they put a contact in there, so it was nothing but pure white eye.
Pritchard actually says that was all Jake's idea to go with the contacts because he was really committed to everything he did. So he said that was him going a step further with it, which is a nice touch.
I would imagine back then it meant more. Now people, it's hokey.
Yeah.
But probably when I saw it when I was a kid, it was just traumatizing. Oh my God, his eye.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, hey, that feud got started on the Brother Love show. Wasn't it Hogan and Earthquake? Their feud got going on got going on the Brother Love show.
And the breakup of the Twin Towers / start of the Boss Man DiBiase feud on there too.
Oh yeah. So a lot of big things happened on the Brother Love show back in the day, man, which is weird to think about, but it's true. So, you know what? He loves you. Let's get going with this. 59 minutes exactly. WrestleMania 7 on the WWE Network. Jake the Snake Roberts, model Rick Martel blindfold match. Are you ready, Greg?
I'm as ready as I can be.
All right. Let's give it a countdown. 3, 2, 1, play.
All right, we got a mullet start already, too, by the way.
Well, if you count Jake's, Jake's is covered up by the blindfold, but yeah, so you got 2.
Is that Kyoto? That's Kyoto, isn't it?
I don't know. Maybe.
I think that was Kyoto.
The Iron Referee.
Yep.
Then not to, not sound super weird about it, but seriously, look at freaking Martel, man. He looks like he's chiseled out of stone.
Oh yeah, that was always one of his biggest assets. No pun.
Yeah. Yeah, he's chiseled out of stone, tanned up to the gills. Then you look over at Jake.
It's funny though because he didn't want to do the model gimmick because he felt weird about it.
And that was what he's most remembered for.
I know.
Man, it just...
I don't get it. Did he feel weird because he didn't think he was adequate, good-looking enough? Adequate?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He pulled it off. Yeah, he pulled it off real well. I love those red suits that you see security wearing, by the way. Or the red blazer.
Oh, yeah.
I would say, obviously you can compare. You can say, well, look at Rick Martel and then look at Jake. But seriously, that was actually, one of Jake's better physiques is at this time.
Yeah, I don't think he was hardcore in the drugs, just more the booze and the weed.
Yeah, well, he...
Which, in hindsight, when compared, is not that bad.
Yeah, I know. Well, because before this, he was some skinny, redneck-looking dude, and then after this, he was getting fat. So while he's slightly doughy here, you can tell that he's actually seen the inside of a gym once or twice.
Yeah, I thought this was brilliant, using the crowd to find Martel.
Yeah. Marco! Polo!
How come our benevolent president isn't in his seat yet?
Oh, wow. Oh, he was at the show?
Yeah, front and center. Those 2 seats missing right there are him. And someone.
Huh. Wife number 2? Marla Maples?
No, she's actually an announcer.
Oh, okay. What the hell? By the way, for all of you that don't know, they can see perfectly through the blindfolds. So this is just them selling.
Which I only just learned, a week ago.
Yeah, I know. If you didn't know any better, you'd think they really were wrestling blind here. Look at that. I don't know, I don't know if this is a popular opinion or not, but, this wasn't, this didn't go, this didn't go down in history as, one of them WrestleManias that was oh, man, do you remember that? but, it had some good stuff on it. All in all, I love the look of this show.
Go look, bro.
Wow.
I did too.
The first wrestling move of the match. And he Ric Flaired it. But yeah,
just think if this took place in the Coliseum in front of 100,000 people.
Oh, jeez. But yeah, no, I love the red, white, and blue. I always love the red, white, and blue ropes. But yeah, I love the very American pride look of the show, which WWE would never do now because for some reason they tend to shy away from American pride and they try to stick more global.
Well, clearly they went over to Saudi Arabia for crying out loud.
Yeah, I mean the closest they come is doing the tribute to the troops shows, but yeah.
Can't do Great American Bash anymore. Might offend someone.
Yeah. Oh, we need to think more globally, not nationally.
Yeah, get that ref.
Oh man, he's about to get it all right. He's about.
Yeah, you go fix the bow tie. You gotta keep that thing nice and neat.
Man, he almost went Heidenreich on Michael Cole with him there.
Holy crap!
Although,
what the hell?
Although it was front to front.
That.
Well, yeah. That's a weird thing to notice, but Martel had really long laces on his boots. Or were those... Wait, are those laces?
Or they're not lace. Or they're not
Are those
in
tassels?
the holes of the boots, or...
Yeah.
I don't think so.
And he's got super long flipping laces. Usually they tuck them in. I've never seen that before.
This match has been 10 minutes of
looking for each
around.
other. Yeah, just looking for each other. Mother of God. Hit a damn DDT and get it over with.
The thing is though, the crowd is listen, they're heavily into this, man. They're not dead at all.
Yeah.
They're digging it.
Well, I will say this.
That's what I miss about the old days. It was very simplistic, that's...
Yeah. Well,
I miss that.
And you didn't get 500 stupid chants during the match because everybody wants to get their crap in. They cheered, they booed. Every once in a while, they'd chant for a wrestler. They didn't, whatever happened to those days, you never chanted for a move or a promotion. You chanted for the wrestler you liked, and that was it. And, by the way, that wrestler happened to be in the ring. It wasn't somebody who left the territory.
I went to go get his ass kicked legitimately, but yeah.
Uh-oh.
And he touches Damien.
Uh-oh. He touched his snake, and that's not an innuendo.
Wow.
Oh, man.
We almost got a move there, man. We almost got a wrestling move.
Right. So far, we've been in this... Man, how deep are we in here? About 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes-ish, and we have seen one wrestling move the whole match. That's crazy, and yet the crowd is still into it.
Of Marco Polo.
They're going to hold hands.
This guy right here in the front on the hard camera is just sitting there what the hell? Guy in the referee blue shirt.
I'm looking.
He's what am I watching?
I like the dude right between them. Look right now, right below him in the front row. He's just sitting there with his hand, looking at him he looks confused.
Holy crap, another move!
Took a bump! We see a bump!
And there's that French fan right there, white tank top. He's at every single event ever.
Really? He's leaning...
Everyone ever.
He's leaning over the rail screaming at him. He's like, get up, man! Yep. He looks like Urkel.
I don't know his name. They call him the French guy. That's legit what everyone calls him.
Oh, he's white. From behind, he looked like a light-skinned black guy. It's weird to say, but what the hell?
He's poking on the wrong end of the chair, too.
What is going on here? I was going to say...
Oh, my God.
If he's the... Oh, good grief. If that's...
He hurt his hand.
If that's the French guy, by the way, shouldn't he be a big Rick Martel fan?
I would assume.
But it seems like he's a big Jake the Snake fan. Uh-oh. Here's another one. Second body slam. Oh, no, backbreaker.
Roderick Strong would be proud.
What a maneuver. Listen to this capacity crowd. By the way, I'm listening with the audio off right now. Who's commentating this event? I forget.
Real Monsoon, Bobby Heenan, I believe.
I loved that team. Well, then again, I also loved Ventura and Monsoon, so I don't know. It's a toss-up for me, which is better. Uh-oh. Here it comes. Finally!
Wow. Jake hits one move all match, and it's the move.
Yeah. Come on. Find him. There he is. Make the cover. 1, 2. He covered him with his head. That was it. He just like laid down to take a nap on his chest.
What a blow-off to a great feud, huh?
Mother of God.
Like, your big blow-off match is going to involve 4 moves. And literally 4 moves, not repeating over and over.
Oh, man. Yeah, I know. That's just... Well, Jake looks like, oh, thank God I don't have that hood on anymore. Thank God it's over and I can go home.
And there's the mullet we were talking about.
Yep. And there's Damien. Show off your snake, Jake. And not the way you did at Heroes of Wrestling.
I swear I was about to say Heroes of Wrestling style.
Uh-oh, he's got arrogance. No!
Arrogance.
Apparently,
that ref.
Apparently that legit had a smell to it, because... oh, no, he's breaking it! How dare you! And now the ring is going to stink.
What do you mean stink?
It's going to smell like girl. Oh, man. How dare he show off his snake in front of that many people? Oh, God. Oh, God! Ugh! Oh, oh, look at him. He's rubbing his snake all over him.
How did PETA never come after them?
I don't know. Considering that Jake apparently accidentally killed multiple snakes by that he's had. Look at him. And they said he would frequently misplace the snake and would get loose in the back.
Yeah, I heard a Ricky Steamboat story one day that they're just all the wrestlers are in the locker room. All of a sudden you hear boom, 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 like 6, 7 guys. Like it's like something a big fight, but they're all running out because Damien got out of the shower.
Oh yeah, yeah. They said Ricky had to go chase him down or whatever. Oh my gosh!
Like so there's 10 guys back there, and Steamboat's the only one not afraid of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he had to take that big old well, what the hell was that thing? Komodo dragon or whatever out to the ring every night. So, good grief. You know, I learned something from Bruce Pritchard. Said him and Ricky before he did the dragon gimmick where his name was just the Dragon. He said they found this guy in Florida who could legit breathe fire. Wow, he could legit breathe fire, and so they went and stayed with him for a week while he taught Ricky how to breathe fire.
It's funny going back and watching all those old things. You can see him. You can see clearly he has something in his mouth when he's coming to the ring.
Yeah. Well, it's I actually have a figure of him as the Dragon. That's the only Ricky Steamboat figure I have.
I have the defining moments along that.
Yep. Got that one shortly after it came out, actually. So that was 6, 7 years ago I got that thing. That match wasn't a classic, but it wasn't as bad as, some of these other ones that I sent you.
I think you have to look at it. You have to look at it it's not meant to be a wrestling match.
Right. Yeah.
It was more like, Martel has to wrestle the way Jake had to walk around after he got blinded.
Yep.
So, when you look at it like that, it's yeah, it was terrible as a WrestleMania match, but for what it was, I think it accomplished what it was supposed to.
Yeah, I mean, all in all, it wasn't a horrible match, and both of those guys, if you're gonna have 2 guys pull that off and not make it completely stupid, you came to the right place with Jake the Snake and Rick Martel.
Yep. Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know much of Rick Martel's work, but I've always been a huge Jake Roberts fan, and I was, everybody hates to see, somebody have demons like what Jake did, but, it's I always wanted him to be world champ. I was such a big fan of his.
Yeah, me too. This is actually his last match as a face until 1996 Royal Rumble.
Really?
Well, his last pay-per-view match as a face. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
He would turn heel at SummerSlam in a couple months, and then, the rest is history.
Wow, that's crazy. By the way, you know that list, bro, that I sent you of terrible matches to choose from?
Yeah. Number 2 was actually on my list of ones we got to do.
Oh, the TNA Victory Road.
Yeah.
And no, ladies and gentlemen, we are not talking about Sting versus Jeff Hardy. That's not really... I don't know. I don't find that one funny, more sad.
I do too, seeing as he's like one of my absolute favorites.
Yeah, I cringe watching that. But one of the ones I sent you, the Antonio Inoki versus Muhammad Ali fight, match, whatever you want to call it, I looked it up. I don't know if we want to do that one after all, because guess how long that match actually is, believe it or not.
I'm going to say at least a half hour.
About 58 minutes.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Well, no disrespect to Muhammad Ali, but why the hell is he in an hour-long wrestling match?
With Antonio Inoki. The Hulk Hogan of Japan.
And they say this is a bad match?
I mean, well, yeah, I mean, it wasn't going to be a great match.
Well, my point is, like, I don't even want to watch a bad match for an hour. Like, I think I top out at 15 minutes.
Yeah, who the hell would? But yeah, that other Antonio Inoki match that I suggested, though, we totally got to watch that sometime. Because, oh man, yeah, it went down as like it's a cringe fest. So, and for all of you that don't know, I'm talking about Antonio Inoki versus the Great Antonio. If none of you have ever watched it, you might want to check it out on YouTube. The Great Antonio looks like an out-of-work Santa Claus impersonator, I would say. But he's got
wow.
But he's got black.
I want to see this now.
Yeah, but he's got brown hair, and he wears like Sabu style pants. And his thing was that, you know, because he was so big, he like no-sold a lot. But Antonio Inoki, like I said, is the Hulk Hogan of Japan, and a legit badass. You don't no-sell for Antonio freaking Inoki. And he let the Great Antonio know why, because about halfway through the match, he went, F this, and legit beat the piss out of him. Like, I'm watching it. Yeah, I'm watching it right now, and you can tell, like, the look on Inoki's face is just, like, getting more and more pissed off. Man, I don't understand why that Great Antonio was even in the ring, is if you look at him, mother of God. Yeah, he gets him, when it starts is...
yeah. I'm looking at him here.
Antonio Inoki gets him down and starts just literally kicking his face and stomping on the side of his head repeatedly until he can't move. And then the referee's like, whoa, dude, back up. And Great Antonio's manager gets in the ring, is like, whoa, can you, like, stop? Nope. Oh, my gosh. There's another one, by the way, if you want to see a shoot match. Earthquake versus... Kateo, I think is how you pronounce his name. If I remember correctly, Earthquake beats the piss out of that guy. Oh, man. The Great Antonio's face is just disgusting. And he's bloody. I'm just kidding. Kidding. I'm going to hell. Wow. I'm going to hell. I got to punch my card for the day.
I did yesterday, but people just don't... I did on the... couple days ago, people just don't realize it.
Yeah, they're not going to get it. Wow.
I'm okay with that.
What is it with, like, I get it that Japan, like, called for a different style than America did, but just why?
Strong style.
Yeah, but it's like people like Hogan and Earthquake. Like, Earthquake did a takedown of this Kateo guy, or Katao, I don't know how you say his damn name. Either way, he took him down, and he's, like, doing wrestling moves on him. Like, he's going for the leg and everything else. I'm like, you didn't do any of that crap in America. And Hogan was, like, throwing enziguris and crap like that. I'm like, where was that in the WWF?
I'm working the leg, man.
What the hell? Yeah, here we go. At one point in the match, like, Earthquake, like, Oh, Kateo kept going for his eyes. That was it. Because for some reason he got pissed off halfway during the match and started trying to gouge out the eyes of Earthquake for a shoot. And Earthquake threatened to do it back, and he's cussing at the guy in the middle of the ring. And the guy gets
shoot.
Yeah, and the guy gets out of the ring at the end, gets pissed off, gets out of the ring, grabs some mic, and tells everybody that wrestling is fake and all this other crap. And then he leaves the arena. It's what the hell, man? This was, by the way, if any of you were interested in that one, April 1st, 1991. It's called SWS Wrestle Dream in Kobe, Earthquake versus Kateo. It's Kitao. And that guy literally, for a shoot, kicked the referee in the chest.
Why?
I don't know. He was just no one knows. He just went on a rampage during that match. Flippin' crazy, man. But whatever. But yeah, so that is the podcast. Threw in a little extra knowledge there on you at the end. Just
that was kind of fun.
Yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing people get beat up for a shoot in a wrestling ring, there you go. You can YouTube a couple of them things I threw out for you. But yeah, next.
But before you do it, I should warn you: don't do it.
What the hell? Well, we got some great ones coming up. See, this one match that I had on the list I sent you, Greg, did make a list of worst matches in history, but I don't remember it. Maybe you do. From TNA Lockdown 2007, Chris Harris versus James Storm.
Yeah. Okay, full disclosure, when we were talking earlier, you said pick another one to do, and I said, all right, the blindfold match.
Yeah.
And we settled on, and we went to this. I have no problem with that. I meant that match because that was a blindfold match.
Oh. Now, see,
but you didn't
I forgot.
Put that. I think you knew that. But I was like, you know what? I don't mind doing the Jake Roberts one, though, because I did want to do this one.
Yeah, I forgot.
But that match was a blindfold match. That's why it sucked.
Okay, yeah, that's right. I went to this one because this was the one that we had mentioned before. So.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, when you talk about blindfold matches, this is the blindfold match.
Yeah, the only one that anybody remembers even semi-fondly.
I don't know if we should even be proud to say that. The blindfold match.
Well, the coal miner's glove match.
Oh, God.
Which also involved Jake the Snake.
What the hell?
Oh, man. That's,
How can you be that great and do that much crap?
Well, I mean, look, do you mean do that much crap as in the drugs and alcohol he did, or are you talking about the in the ring? Because both ways work.
Yes.
We're going to hell. All right. Well, anyway, I think that'll wrap it up for today, bros and broettes. Thank you for hanging on here with us, WWE Network Watch Along. We have one from last week as well. It was the Warrior versus Hollywood Hogan, WCW's Halloween Havoc 1998. That one was...
Oh, man, that was...
interesting.
That one's going to make a Hall of Fame one day.
Hall of Fame of what?
Just, yeah, leave it alone.
Crap? Oh,
unfortunately.
Yeah. Well,
I think that match would have been a lot better had it occurred in Paul Brown Stadium at Rumble in the Jungle, but...
Shut up. I'm going to smack the hell out of you. Oh, my gosh.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, next week, obviously Monday, we will come at you with the news, bro. Wednesday, we will have the top 10 wrestling theme songs that were based on real songs or were, in fact, real songs. And then...
So does real American count?
No, I don't believe so. Next Friday, I figure we can do instead of a watch along again, maybe we can do a event review like before. And
yeah.
You and I were talking about maybe WCW's Bash at the Beach 2000?
Man, that was epic.
An epic failure, but yeah, sure. Last time we ever saw Hulk Hogan wow. The last time we ever saw Hulk Hogan in a WCW ring.
Still a lot of controversy to this day.
Yep.
Like, what really happened?
Yeah, I mean, Eric Bischoff covers it fairly well on 83 Weeks, his new podcast. But, it was pretty interesting to hear, plus the fact that, he cut a couple promos on Vince Russo on the podcast, but and he takes a lot of heat for, what went down at that event as well. It just sounds like such a cluster of an event, man.
What are you talking about? I mean, did you see the lineup?
No, I did not. Let's see. Bash at the. Oh, I mean, I heard most of it, but I forget some of it. Let's see. It just. Oh my gosh. First of all, wow. The poster for the event has Goldberg in it with a toy of a referee right in front of him, because that makes sense. And then on the side it says, "It ain't no picnic," because apparently that's the tagline for the event. Oh my gosh. Let's look at some of this here. Lieutenant Loco defends the Cruiserweight Championship against Juventud Guerrera. Big Vito defends the Hardcore title in a hardcore match against Norman Smiley and Ralphus.
Yeah, that's money right there.
Yeah. Daphne with Crowbar faces Ms. Hancock with David Flair in a wedding gown match, because why the F not? Let's see, the Perfect Event, which I didn't even know that was the name of the team, which is Sean Stasiak and Chuck Palumbo, defend the WCW tag titles against Chronic, which is Brian Adams and Brian Clark, a.k.a. Adam Bomb and Crush. Well, what was funny was when they were going through this event, and Conrad Thompson is running down the lineup, and he gets to that match. He asks Eric Bischoff, he's like, "What's your favorite Chronic match?" And he's like, "You're a dick." Oh, man, poor Chronic. Let's see, Chris Kanyon versus Booker T, Mother of God. Mike Awesome Scott Steiner defends the U.S. title against Mike Awesome. And that's Scott Steiner with Midaja? How do you say that? Midaja. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Vampiro versus The Demon in a graveyard match.
Yes.
Yeah.
That alone is worth the price of admission, dude.
It's another one of them. Got to watch it on the Tron things. Shane Douglas versus Buff Bagwell. Oh, man, money. Jeff Jarrett defends the WCW heavyweight title against Hollywood Hogan, and he doesn't really. Goldberg versus Kevin Nash for Scott Hall's contract. That, in a 5.5-minute match, by the way. And then the main event is Jeff Jarrett defending the new world title against Booker T. Man, this whole event, such a cluster. Just such a cluster. I don't know. It's like, you can't even enjoy what little good there is on this card, because it's like, I don't know, like, I like the analogy by, like, Jim Cornette, where it's like, you can't take the serious matches seriously when it's like, hey, let's bring out the serious act right in between the plate spinner and the talking dog, It's like, it just doesn't make sense. So anyway, but yeah, so that was that. We will be covering all that delicious goodness next Friday, which means I will have to watch this event for the first time in my entire life.
Can't believe you've never seen it.
Yeah, I tried to avoid all things WCW in 2000, but yeah. I will bring myself to watch it, and we will cover all of it. Smother and cover it, baby. And I'm sure you will all enjoy. Thank you for joining me today, Greg.
Yeah, it was fun, I think. It
was something. And we will talk at you all.
I definitely have some kind of emotion, so.
Yeah, something deep down inside, like in the bowel area. And we will come at you all again on Monday. Peace out.
Later.
This has been a Drama City production.